Good morning, fellas. So today is going to be a quick, simple tip on how to go about adjusting your chain. So I'll quickly run you through the easiest and the most simplest, quickest way to go about fixing this. And I just got my tires changed, and I would really be happy to see if all is well. As you can see, the number of threads sticking out here versus the number of threads sticking out here, there's about a difference of a millimeter and more maybe. So let's just see if we can get that corrected. Not much of a deal. You start by removing the 24 lock nut, and the whole idea is to loosen it, not remove it completely. You don't have to remove it. And then all you need to do is 12 spanners, get rid of the first lock nut. This would be the adjusting nut, and this is the lock nut. So we get rid of the lock nuts. Same on the other side. Now back these nuts out completely. But as much as you can. Shove the caps back. Give the tire a nice kick to the front. Now as you can see, the axle comes resting on the edge. This is a brand new chain, and so you just one tiny kick and the axle comes to the center, and we have a chain slack that is definitely in excess. Same here. Now the most important thing that you need to check here is if the rear wheel is aligned to the tail lamp or the motorcycle. Mine looks all right. I mean, I could just give it another kick on the top. And just to see if the alignment is all right. So that's the cap back on. And so what you now need to do is as simple as it gets. Try and rotate the nut to a point where it gently seats. For the alignment, all looks okay to me. Now what you need to do is, what you're supposed to be looking for here is you're supposed to be looking for this measurement. You can see that looks about half an inch. You can use a scale and all that, but that being said, that's exactly what you want over here as well. Almost the same. Maybe another turn there, and you start seeing that the chain will start to come up. Now what you need to do is just go in increments of maybe quarter turns. So that's a quarter, and that's pretty decent slack. Just slightly more maybe. Rotate the chain and see if you've got the same kind of tension. We are looking at about an inch of free play. Definitely an inch of free play, because these bikes have the swing arm pivot at an angle. So most of the times when you do bumps, the swing arm will straighten up, and when it straightens up, the chain will be pulled. So there's a lot that you're risking if you reduce the amount of free play. Slightly more is still okay, but slightly less is asking for trouble. Again, I'm just trying to feel for that 1 inch. I've been doing this for a really long time, so you guys can keep a scale and measure this and all that, but I'm just trying to make it as quick as I can. Yeah, that seems like a perfect adjustment to me. This is a tight spot, so 0623, this is where I'll have to check again when I sit any which way. So we have the lock nut here tightened to a point where you get the chain and the slack pretty much okayish throughout. So once you're happy with that, see if you can press and hold the rear brake and then tighten this. So my leg is on the rear brake and I go about tightening the lock nut on the axle like that for now. And again, just one quick check. That's good enough. Good enough. Good enough. I was looking for that 623 being the tight spot. We'll get it here and see. Still slightly tight, but good enough. Not bad. Once you're good with that, all you need to do is just shove in the lock nuts and job done. That's how easy it is to adjust the chain. It's no big rocket science. And once you have the lock nuts in place, axle, and the last thing to do is just to use 2 of these 12mm spanners, one to hold the lock nut in place, to the adjusting nut in place, and with the other to lock the adjusting nut. So you crank it in opposite direction, this one this way, that one that way, so that nut and this nut together are locked and secure. So on both the sides, and now if you can see, it's the same measurement on both the sides, like that much there and the same here. Or if you were to count the number of threads that are sticking out, it will be the same. So once that is done, this is me winding up that lock nut on the axle, and just one final check of the chain tension. So that looks like about an inch to me. Again, slightly more than an inch, but that's all right. And again, an inch. We'll be getting to the tight spot here, almost getting there. Perfect. Yeah, the 623. So take it to somewhere there, and yeah, well, even that's settled. So that's the job done. As simple as that. So if you guys like the video, kindly support the channel and share these videos if you can. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I shall continue to make these kind of videos because this is definitely, in my opinion, going to help a lot of you who have that um, starting trouble maybe. So my job is not to make things um, you know uh, intimidating. My job is to make it simple for you, and I'm just a DIY guy. I can do it myself, and I take all the pride in doing it myself. If I can't, then I take it to people who are experts and specialists. I have absolutely no ego clashes there. So likewise, if you guys can learn from my videos and give it a hand, give it a try, and it works for you, I'll be more than happy to continue making these videos. Kindly leave me a message if these things work for you, and see you soon on another video, on another vlog, on another day. Until then, signing out for now. Bye.